This morning I'm leaving the big city behind and taking a local train from Flinders Street Station to the suburb of Lilydale. From there I'll travel to Belgrave before making my final journey southwest across rural Victoria to the town of Birregurra. A nation's banknotes tell you a lot about its heroes. This is the $100 bill commemorating a truly great Australian who won global acclaim, not with a bat or ball, but in the more niche area of classical music, nonetheless attracting adoring crowds whenever in Sydney or Melbourne. The achievement was all the more remarkable because she was a woman, and an outspoken one at that. Taking her stage name from her home city, this is the idolised Dame Nellie Melba. I'm curious to know whether she's still popular with Australians today. Excuse me.
Oh my God, it's you, Michael. How glorious to see you.
Thank you very much.
The last time I saw you, you were on the telly.
Dame Nellie Melba.
Ah, now there's a woman.
Yes, tell me. Is she a heroine of yours?
Well, she is. Not only because she had such a remarkable voice, but she had an interest in the common people.
What did she achieve for Australia?
Well, she was prepared to travel overseas, and calling herself Melba, I thought was, that was unique and remarkable so long ago to put Australia and Melbourne on the map like that.
Miles north of Lilydale lies Coombe Cottage. Built in 1912, it was a labour of love for Dame Nellie. In 7 acres of splendid gardens, she would entertain stars such as Charlie Chaplin and Douglas Fairbanks. Still owned by her family, private functions are now held here, and estate manager Daniel Johnson has invited me for a personal tour of the cottage. Nellie Melba's bedroom, I take it.
Indeed.
Who was Nellie Melba?
Well, born Helen Porter Mitchell. She was the daughter of David Mitchell, who was a stonemason from Forfar in Scotland. He came out here in about 1852. And from an early age, Melba was very musical. She wanted to become a singer.
After training in Melbourne in her early 20s, Nellie studied in Paris before making her opera debut in Brussels in 1887. In her 40 years as a diva, she sang at the world's great opera houses, gaining global acclaim and eminent admirers.
There's a lovely letter from Buckingham Palace. What's quite interesting about this is that she wasn't just friends with the royals in the sense that they were coming to see her perform. They were also actually popping around for a cup of tea. So when you look at the visitors' books, you see Albert or George. From a girl from the colonies, I think is quite a remarkable story.
Once established as a soprano superstar, Nellie used her fame to raise money for the war effort, and in 1918 she was made a Dame of the British Empire.
She was certainly, by all accounts, quite fun, quite free-spirited, as well as being a great perfectionist. So she's really shaken up society at that time when women are used to sort of sitting on their hands and being seen and not heard. She's there front and centre.
Dame Nellie Melba died in Sydney in 1931. Her body was brought to Melbourne on a special train, her coffin draped in the Australian flag.
I think you can tell by the size of the cortege, the amount of people that turned out on the streets, that there was a deep-seated affection for her throughout all levels of society in Australia.
Dame Nellie's best-known songs are still performed here in her music room, today by Cleo Lee McGowan. Not a dry eye in the theatre, Cleo. That was absolutely marvellous. Tom, thank you so much.